demonstration of renal arteries. For the students who are listening to or reviewing this workshop, what I would advise is to start from a thinner patient. Don't try your hand on a obese patient or a symptomatic patient. So just get an adequate built patient to see the renal arteries or any abdominal Doppler. And once you are well versed with the technique and everything, then try to find out the pathologies. Because if the patient is not very compliant, and if you do some cases and you don't get a desirable result, you may get frustrated and try to avoid renal Dopplers. So don't do that. It is always good to do practice. So we have taken this patient with abdominal setting. Typically we start from lever so as to adjust our B mode parameters, and then try to see the aorta. Always scan aorta in transverse first, right from the infradiaphragmatic or the abdominal proximal abdominal aorta. So we know the anterior branches, that is the first anterior branch coming up, that is celiac trunk dividing into splenic and hepatic. Here we had seen in the earlier demonstration. Then the next anterior branch would be the SMA, SMV between RUL parallel, and just distal to the origin of SMA you could see the renal artery origin. So they would come at the transverse. See this is the left renal artery seen here. This is left renal artery, that is the left renal vein going above. So B mode, see this is right renal artery. So because he is thin patient, as I have said, you can compress little bit here so that the bowel gas is displaced, and you can angulate the probe little bit. See our artery origin nicely. See, I have angulated to the right side and the right renal artery. Yeah, now it will seem better. The right renal artery, that is the origin, and that is seen very nicely. Okay, the left renal artery, again if you angulate on this side, it gives you a better visualization. So these are simple tricks that you can use for renal arteries, and then go to at least up to the bifurcation and try to see whether there is any disease, because most of the hypertensive patients may have atherosclerotic changes, and they may have iliac disease or aortoiliac disease or bifurcation disease. So we get an idea whether the patient has additional disease. So we come back here, make a long section of the aorta. In the long section you can see this, that's the aorta, quite clean. He is a young patient, so you don't expect any disease here. That is celiac trunk, that is the SMA, and then the renal arteries may be seen end on here on both sides. He is a thin patient, so you can make out, otherwise you don't see them. So as I have said, this is IVC, and behind IVC you can see the renal artery, that is posterior. So practice on thinner patients, practice on patients who are compliant. Young patients have got good respiratory hold, or the older patient may not have that. Obese patient cannot hold their respiration for a longer time. So practice on a, what you can say, on a home pitch or a conducive pitch. Don't practice at international level first. So we'll now put color at the aorta. So lot of flow, lot of aliasing. They increase the color scale so that you get a good flow, complete filling. You will see the supraceliac part. So we will off that simultaneous mode. Try to do a quick scan. Yes, it has given us a good. What we have not done here is the increasing the sample volume. So we should increase the sample volume before doing. Get angle correction. Little bit reduce the Doppler gain and you get an excellent spectrum. You can do auto calculation in case if you don't want, you can do a manual as well. Manually measure this, so you can get the peak systolic velocities. Again, color flow adjustment, you can see that there is a biphasic flow. In younger muscular patients you get a biphasic flow, otherwise the suprarenal aorta will many a times shows a monophasic flow, and the infrarenal aorta shows a biphasic or triphasic flow. Well, the infrarenal aorta is smaller in size, so we have reduced the sample volume, and now we sample it here. See that difference. That was a biphasic flow and this is a triphasic flow. So this is common and normal to have a biphasic and triphasic or monophasic and biphasic flow. So we now come back to the area of interest, that is the origin. So that is the left renal artery origin. You may not do a color Doppler here because all these vessels have got excellent amount of flow, and then mixing of spectrum may occur. So what you can see, you can do is you can tailor made your box size so that you get a excellent view of the vessel. So that is the renal artery. Okay, now we will reduce the sample volume size what we have increased. We know the renal artery caliber is quite small, can get the angle less than 60 because it is making at angle. Okay, it can increase the PRF little bit more. So you do all these settings before putting spectrum, that reduces time, and once that is done, then you can take a spectrum. We'll just invert the Doppler for the sake of convenience, and so that is excellent spectrum, sharp peak. This is first systolic peak, that is the peak systolic velocity. This is dichrotic notch, and this is the diastolic flow. You can put in auto calculation, it can give you all these things, or if you can do auto calculation, it can give you acceleration time also. So the question asked many times is the acceleration time, what should be the normal acceleration time? The acceleration time is from the beginning of the systole to this first systolic peak. This is the first systolic peak. This may be lower than the actual peak systolic velocity, this may be equal, this may be more, but we have to measure from this point to this point. That is the acceleration time, not from this point to this point. If you measure from this point to this point, many times you get an more value, and that is not advisable. So remember, the acceleration time should be taken in that way. So we have screened the left renal artery, looks perfectly normal. We anticipate it to be normal. Then again, now we move to the right side. I have angulated the probe. You can see that that is the renal artery origin. And now we put color here. We change the direction. So there is no steering facility in the convex probe. So you have to angulate your probe. That is, some people call it as a heel and toe effect. Like you raise your heel, then accordingly you can raise one side of the probe so that you get a good angle. So there is a bit aliasing. We can increase the PRF, so that is reduced. This is the vein and this is the artery. See that aliasing has reduced. I will little bit reduce the gain so that the vessel is completely nicely filled. So you practice on similar cases so that you master the technique. Once you master the technique, then you can take up the faster bowlers. So what we had sampled was a, what was it? So चलेगा क्या? So that is it. See here the first systolic peak is more than the peak systolic velocity. That again is normal. Can do auto calculation or we can do various types of calculation, and see the acceleration time measured by the machine is quite different. But if you measure it actually from this beginning of systole to the first systolic peak, it will be a normal thing. So we have finished with this thing. Then we can move to the hilum. For hilum, any views are good views. First adjust the B mode settings. Try to see. You don't need to suspend respiration when you see a renal artery at origin, but for hilum and segmental you need that. लंबा सांस लो. छोड़ दो. So this is a fairly normal size kidney, 10.3, that we can document. फिर से लंबा सांस लो. रोक के रखो. So once or twice you advise him to take deep breath and hold, and you understand how much time he can hold the breath. छोड़ दो. So we begin our color examination. We had increased the color scale too much to see the main renal artery, so we can go back to the normal range of velocities. For segmental and intrarenals, you should have a lower scale so that you can see the vessels throughout the renal parenchyma, right from the hilum to segmental to all other vessels. So we'll ask him to turn to that side. थोड़ा उधर करवट लो. घूम जाओ थोड़ा. हाँ घूम जाओ आधा. बस बस. ये हाथ ऊपर रखो. सर नीचे रख दो. आराम से लेटो. हाथ सर के पास रख दो. So ask him to keep his hand above head so that the intercostal areas they open up. We see that kidney was normal. It is better seen posteriorly. He is a thin built person. So that is the axial view of the kidney. We'll try to see whether we can see the renal artery from here up to the origin. We'll increase the PRF. The renal veins being bigger in size, sometimes they produce hindrance to see the renal arteries. So you can use different angles to see them, or you can adjust the PRF to see. That is the renal artery that has branched just at the hilum, You can see there can be sometimes early branching of the renal artery before it enters the hilum. This is the renal artery and this has branched just at the hilum. Usually it enters the hilum and then branches into segmental, but branching outside the renal is also normal. लंबा सांस लो, रोक के रखो. So that is the renal artery, you can see to certain extent. So we had seen the proximal part of the renal artery there, and that is the origin seen from here. छोड़ दो. This is the origin of the renal artery. If you can appreciate, this is the origin of renal artery from the aorta. सांस लो लंबा, छोड़ दो. सांस लेके रोक के रखो. That is the banana peel. You can see aorta and both renal arteries originating from there. That is the origin of right here and left going away from the probe. That is the banana peel view. You can measure it, the renal arteries at this point. You can make it long. This is called the money bag view, where the aorta is round like a money bag and the arteries coming out of that. Some people give very funny names to many things, but whatever it is, you have to see the artery as much as possible and sample it there. So we'll try to sample it here at the origin, the right renal artery. सांस रोक लो भैया थोड़ा. रोक के रखो. Magnify a bit. छोड़ दो. Similar pattern we had seen. You can see that the early systolic peak is more than the late systolic peak, and other spectral format is very much normal. If possible, we can sample the renal artery in mid. It is said you should sample at 3 places. सांस लो लंबा, रोक लो. That is the mid part of the renal artery. Our angle is almost okay, sample volume is okay, so we move with छोड़ दो. So he is quite compliant. If the patient is not compliant, then you can use simultaneous technique, but the frame rate definitely reduces here. लंबा सांस लो, रोक लो. At times this can become a messy thing, but you can try this. See this. This is triplex Doppler. You are using all 3 live, so you know what you are sampling, where is your probe, and whether the patient has breathed or not. This is quite useful in renal arteries, but at times it is cumbersome to use because of patient compliance, and basically the frame rate reduces. So that makes you little bit impatient or irritated due to that. So you can use non-simultaneous modes also, they are quite good enough. So as I said, in the segmental arteries, so we come back, that is the kidney. We had sampled the hilar artery, and we see for the segmentals, these are the segmentals. So ideally you should sample at upper pole, lower pole and the interpolar region. Three segmentals are to be sampled. So this is the lower pole segmental. I will off this simultaneous mode. We will लो सांस फिर से, रोक लो. Let him hold the breath. Then you make your aim where you want to sample. Adjust everything. In the meantime, patient may just relax, or maybe the time elapses is more. Patient will not hold that breath. Let it be. Don't worry. Some patient this just keep breathing very slowly. Then you can ask to hold them their nose and mouth together so that they don't breathe. But that is required in especially in females. छोड़ दो सांस, आराम से रहो. If you find that patient is exhausted, that you ask him to hold breath two times, 3 times, then what you can do, just ask him to relax and let him take 1 or 2 breaths. You also relax and then again begin the thing. हाँ, लो फिर से लंबा सांस, रोक लो. So we were here at the segmental artery. So excellent spectrum. So नहीं मला एक्सरेशन टाइम मोजायचा आहे मॅन्युअली. नाही एक्सरेशन टाइम येईल का? इथून येईल इथून. हाँ हाँ, नहीं तो सेकंड पीक मोजतो. We'll try to measure the acceleration time here. The acceleration time here is 96. More than 80 is the indirect evidence, but the machine has not probably measured it properly. So we can measure it manually. There are buttons and modes available to measure them manually. So we go back to B mode. We go to lower pole segmental. लंबा सांस लो, रोक लो. So that is the lower pole segmental. Again we measure it. Good spectrum. If we measure the same artery with 60-degree or more angle, then you will get a different flow. That will not be as good as this. See this. We have taken a more angle, and now there is apparent spectrum shows that there may be increased accession time, there may be tardus parvus, the peak systolic velocity has changed. So it is always good to have a minimum to minimum Doppler angle while doing segmental or intrarenal arteries. So one more segmental we will do and then we will go to the other side. लंबा सांस लो फिर से, रोक लो. This is one more segmental here. The angle is different now. We'll check it quickly and put spectrum. Right. So we are finished with this side. if you want, you can see the interlobars as well. These are interlobars 1, 2, 3. If you want, you can sample them with same technique. इधर घूम जाओ. We'll go to the left kidney. फिर से हाथ ऊपर रखो. Go back to B mode. Finish the B mode evaluation. Adjust settings. The kidney size. लंबा सांस लो. रोक लो. So that is the kidney. The other kidney was 10.5. This is 10.2. So they are equal almost. Echo texture is okay. CMD is maintained. So now we put color here. Lower the PRF so that we can see the vessels till the renal capsule. You can see all vessels. All machines, the newer machines, even they are not very high grade machines, they have a good color flow pickup. So color Doppler as such is very excellent in all machines. Even it is a basic machine, you can get them to see the tree completely. And for spectrum, yes, you need to tailor the things. You need to keep this color box as narrow as possible. The widened color boxes will have addition. The machine will work more to get Doppler signal from multiple vessels, and definitely the value will reduce. So I have forgot to ask him to relax, and now he gave up after some time, and that should not happen. You should always think with the patient for how much time he has to hold his breath, and accordingly advise him every time. So we try to see the renal artery here with color. That is the hilum, and that is the almost complete left renal artery from the origin. So we are seeing lot of aliasing there. So we can increase the PRF so that the renal artery shows a normal flow. Wherever it is tortuous, it will show that mosaic or little bit aliasing, but that is normal, as good as the Doppler parameters are normal. हाँ, एक बार सांस लो, रोक के रखो. So that is the renal artery. This is quite good view to see the renal artery origin. We can see almost end on like a middle cerebral artery in a fetus. We see with minimum angle. We can see this here. So we'll put a spectrum there, adjust our scale, adjust the angle. We know where is the artery. Adjust all these things, and then put on the spectrum. हाँ, सांस लो, रोक के रखो. So that is the angle here. छोड़ दो. Probably he is breathing very slowly. आराम से सांस लो. Repeated breath holding can exhaust the patient. I will tell you again and again. So let them relax for a second. You also get sometimes strain due to continuously pressing the probe, because you have to sample small vessels. So you can relax in between and then start the examination again. हाँ, लंबा सांस लो, रोक के रखो. So at this point, so that is the renal artery at origin, same renal artery at hilum. Either you can see this in long section like this, or you can do a transverse section also. So all wherever you get more and more information, you should do the Doppler. आराम से सांस लो. Till the time he relaxes, we just locate the segmental arteries. Our PRF was high for the renal artery, we reduce it again. So keep an eye on parameters what you have adjusted, and always remember to come back to normal or come back to the desired level at that particular level. We'll increase the box so that we see the vascular tree almost up to the capsule. So you can see right up to the interlobular and arcuate also, but they are not within our range of examination. So we go back, he has relaxed. So let's finish at the hilum first, and then we will do the segmentals. सांस रोक लो. छोड़ दो. Little bit turbulence you are getting is due to the tortuosity of that vessel at that particular point, and you should not be worried about it. So we take the segmental as we have taken on the right side, little orthodox views, but they are very useful in getting good Doppler shift. We know the angle, let him breathe normally. You adjust your scale, you adjust the sample volume, you adjust the angle, everything you adjust, and you know where he would hold the breath. And now you ask him to hold the breath. सांस लेके रोको, रोक के रखो. So that's it. That is the best technique to reduce examination time and everything. You apprehend where the things would happen, which vessel you want to sample, adjust everything up to that, and at the end you put spectral Doppler. As we have told in while doing fetal echo also, you adjust everything and use the spectral Doppler minimum. Same principle you can use especially in renal Doppler, where patient compliance is very important, and you need breath holding only for spectral Doppler. Or other things, color Doppler you can do while the patient is breathing. लो सांस, रोक लो. See, even if patient can hold breath for 5 to 10, छोड़ दो, 5 to 10 seconds, you should be able to get that sample from the artery. And you do not make him tired due to repeated breath holding. लंबा सांस लो, रोक लो. These things also are possible, but that increases everything. Unnecessary, you have put him spectrum, unnecessary he is holding breath, and now you are nowhere. You are not finding what is happening and you get frustrated. So, छोड़ दो सांस. So again, here adjust everything, adjust the scale so that you see the artery nicely, get the angle. Now you ask him to hold the breath. सांस लो, रोक लो. See, everything has moved. छोड़ दो. I am adjusting the angle. Sample volume is same for all segmental, so you need not adjust. Don't sample it here. It will give you both spectrum of the segmental renal vein as well as the artery. Sample proximal or distal. ऐसे ही सांस रोको, लेना नहीं, छोड़ना नहीं, बस ऐसे ही रोक के रखो. वेरी गुड, रोक के रखो. See, you are seeing artery and vein both, so you can change so that venous is not seen and artery is seen, and again good spectrum is obtained. Lastly, we'll go to the upper segmental. Segmental on left side little bit sometimes difficult because of the window, but still you can get it in a nicer extent. So we try to go back to the basic, take upper transverse or axial view. लंबा सांस लो, रोक के रखो. So that is the upper lobe segmental. छोड़ दो. लो फिर से सांस, रोक लो. You can get a posterior approach also here to see them in a better fashion. That is it here. See, we are not adjusted, we are not getting anything. So again, छोड़ दो सांस. We know which vessel we want to sample, so accordingly we plan. We put spectrum, we check whether the angle is correct or not. Now we ask him to hold breath again. सांस लो, रोक लो, रोक के रखो. See how easy it is. You can get 3 to 4 good spectrum waveforms. That is fair enough to report them or label them as normal. So I think we are done with everything. So if you have some case, we'll move forward. ठीक है, अच्छा है. पोंछ लो, उठ जाओ.
There was a question on how to measure spleen and liver. So this is a normal patient. Can you show?
Spleen, I have shown them how to measure.
So there was a common question from few referees.
Okay, okay. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट पेशेंट में देख लेंगे. सॉरी. हाँ वो बता दूंगा.
Sir, one question is there. Any role of power Doppler in power Doppler in renal Doppler patient?
Whenever you don't see any flow, power Doppler is basically for seeing a lower velocity flows anywhere. So unless after adjusting the factors you are not seeing the flow, just as we said in earlier demonstration, if in portal vein the flow is so low that the regular color Doppler is not able to pick up, then you can try the power Doppler to see a very low flow.
Sir, renal spectral pattern in cases of coarctation of aorta.
In coarctation of aorta, what will happen? There will be a reduced flow in the aorta. That is the reason we see aorta before. We scan the aorta, we sample the aorta as far as the spectral flow is concerned, the diameter and other findings. So we rule out aortic disease before moving out to the kidneys. So in coact, as there is significant narrowing, the aorta itself will show reduced flow, and yes, definitely the kidneys or the renal arteries will also show reduced flow as per the involvement.
If a patient of hypertension show normal renal Doppler finding,
Hmm.
then it is worth while to evaluate the adrenals.
Yeah, I think in a hypertensive patient, usually patient comes for ultrasound abdomen and renal Doppler. So in our ultrasound abdominal examination, you should always look for all other things, including adrenals.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So what is the patient? Okay. Oh, this is a very young patient, probably very unfortunate. He has got swelling of lower limbs, swelling of abdomen, and because there is increased KFT or renal function test, they have advised him for Doppler. So that's the aorta here. Increase the sample volume size. Reduce the spectral gain little bit to have good flow. So see this aorta in the suprarenal segment shows almost a monophasic flow. We'll see this in the infrarenal segment. On color itself you can make out that the flow is biphasic. Little bit red and blue flow is seen. Let us confirm it by spectral Doppler. So almost a triphasic flow pattern here. So we go back. थोड़ा इधर सरको. So that is the celiac trunk. So celiac trunk coming up, that is SMA with SMV, and this is the renal artery. You can see that left renal artery origin. This is seen. I have made little bit oblique view. You can see the left renal artery very nicely. That is the right renal artery. Little bit anterior origin. So we'll sample them quickly. We have not seen his kidneys yet, but for demonstration we will do a renal Doppler with this patient. So you see a very low amplitude flow with angle correction. Velocities are not more than 40 here. We'll check them again. We'll reduce the sample volume size so that we get a good spectrum. बस श्वास रोको थोड़ा सा. छोड़ दो. So this is a spectrum left renal artery origin. We will just measure the better spectrum of them. This is quite better. So the resistivity index is 0.7, little bit higher. Let us see what we get on the right side. Again transverse. We come down, that is celiac trunk, SMA, that was left. We'll try to see the right renal artery. Try to see the, there are multiple vessels there. We'll try to increase the PRF, whether we can obliterate the signals from other vessels. So the blue one should be the renal artery. We'll try to sample it, make angle correction beforehand. The correction is okay. Now we'll ask him to hold breath. थोड़ा सांस रोक लो. He is not able to hold breath properly, but we could get one or two good spectrums of the renal artery. We'll try them again. Patient is not able to hold breath. Still we can get the spectrum in place in various spectrum waveforms. It will not be a clean, but we know that is a normal thing here. So this is better. I have angulated the probe little bit more so that we get a better visualization. Now we move to the kidneys and see there is definite renoparenchymal disease. Kidney size is normal, but the parenchymal ecotexture as compared to liver is definitely increased. A little bit prominence of corticomedullary differentiation and pleural effusion. There was a question about liver measurement. You can measure the liver craniocaudally, should not measure more than 15 centimeters. We go back to kidney. We are not able to see anything. We check our Doppler settings. We reduce the PRF so that we can see that tree. We have grossly reduced the PRF lesser than what we had done in a normal patient, and this is at the hilum. seeing the artery and vein both. I'll increase the PRF so that the signal from the vein is reduced and we can see the artery nicely. So that is the artery. Now we can trace that artery from here down to the origin. So that is the renal artery coming out from the kidney, and you can see it here extending up to the hilum. So very well traced from origin up to the hilum, and then you can sample anywhere you want. So we'll sample first at the hilum and try to find out is there any abnormality in the spectral waveform due to rhinoparenchymal disease. So the angle is okay, sample volume is okay, and सांस रोक लो दादा, थोड़ी सी रोक लो, छोड़ दो. He is not able to hold breath for longer time, but we could sample this renal artery. We'll try to measure the resistivity index. For resistivity index, you need to measure the systolic and diastolic. It is just above the just at the upper limit of normal, so looks normal for us. We'll try to see the renal artery origin from here. Yes, that is it. ऐसे ही सांस रोको 1 मिनट के लिए. छोड़ दो. So that was the renal artery origin. So what changes you expect in a rhinoparenchymal disease? Definitely, as we have discussed, due to the increased resistance, the resistivity index will get reduced. It will get increased due to reduced diastolic flow. In chronic cases, you may not be able to see any flow. You can see only systolic peaks. That is normal. Normal for that deceased patient, rather, not as a. So we see this segmental here. Reduce the sample volume little bit because the vessel is smaller. सांस रोको दादा, ऐसे ही. छोड़ दो. He is not able to hold breath. We'll try from some other angle. ऐसे घूम जाओ उधर. करवट हो सकते हैं. धीरे से. This fellow is already on central line, probably dialysis catheter. He is on dialysis. Okay. हाथ ऊपर रखो दादा, धीरे से. Poor fellow, at this age he is on dialysis. So we try to see from here. Too much color, reduce little bit. So he has got very poor compliance. So you have to achieve in whatever smaller respiratory window available. So adjust everything. We are targeting to this segmental. We'll try simultaneous. सांस रोक लो. Is not able to hold breath for a second also. छोड़ दो. आराम से रहो. As he is breathing, you can see the spectrum coming in between only one spectral waveform we are able to see at this. We'll try to see some other segmental. Again, angle correction of the simultaneous, that is of no use because he's just not able to hold breath. So you can see the combination of arterial and venous spectrum here. This is the segmental artery. You're not able to get good spectrum. In this case, you can report that due to poor patient compliance, the detailed evaluation was not possible. However, whatever we can see see that the resistivity index is almost normal, and that is what they want from such patients. It is not expected that this patient has renal artery stenosis, but still at least sampling one or two waveforms in such patient, we can rule out the renal artery stenosis. इधर घूम जाओ थोड़ा सा. This is the other side. See, the color pickups are quite good in all machines, so you can see the vessels nicely. The spectral Doppler makes the difference basically. Try to achieve maximum possible in the given situation. We'll try to see the vessel at the hilum. I'll increase PRF so that only artery is seen better. It is quite tortuous here. So you can take a transverse of the axial view to see the artery and then sample it just beside the vein, make an angle, that is okay. एक बार सांस रोको, ऐसे ही लेना नहीं, रोक लो रोक लो रोक लो रोक लो, ब्रावो, छोड़ दो. Good, get at least 4 spectrums, good. We'll try to measure the resistivity index here. Again normal, so we can report that we have seen at multiple places at least the resistivity index is normal. The kidney size was 10.6 there, it is 10.1, so there is no significant difference in the kidney size. So the cause, he doesn't have probably renal artery stenosis. Still we will try to do quick evaluation of segmentals here. So what we want you to take home from this is the technique, perfection of the technique, and understanding limitations, and when to where to sample, how to achieve with minimum patient compliance. That is the key, and that practice if you make more and more by seeing different patients, you can be a good renal Doppler specialist. So I will advise you to do a renal Doppler almost twice or thrice a week. At least one patient from your busy time. First patient maybe if you get, or if you see that patient is quite averagely built and can be good compliant. Practice on that. Hone your skills to see the vessels properly, to sample them in a correct fashion, and then we can try doing a patient of hypertension or obese patient or a diabetic patient. So we'll try this segmental. सांस रोक लो भैया. Is not able to hold, still you get that segmental flow. So as I said, the freehand technique, wherever you can get a good flow with a normal range of angles, is good thing to and you can take him out. So this was the last demonstration from our side. दाखवून दे ना. हो ना, दाखवून जो आपला आहे तो दाखव, काही नाही. We'll just show the normal formats of portal Doppler. What वो normal format ही दिखा देते ना. हाँ ठीक है. हाँ. All Doppler findings in anywhere in the body except for fetal, even fetal also, we label, we mention the B mode findings first and then we put the Doppler findings. You can have separate B mode and Doppler as a part of your report, or you can make them what you can say vessel wise. For example, in carotid you can say common carotid is normal in size, no intima media thickness, or intima media thickness is this much, and Doppler this shows this type of flow and that velocities and all. But it is better to separate the B mode findings from the Doppler findings for the simplicity of description. So this is the portal venous Doppler report that shows first the B mode findings about liver and other, and then the dimensions of a portal vein and their the velocities at different branches, and then followed by spleen. As I said, this is mix of B mode and color Doppler. So you can separate them. In this case, that first you write about liver, write about spleen, write about if there is cavernoma formation or periportal varicosities or periportal collaterals. Whatever you see on B mode, you report it first, and then you can add on to in the Doppler part of the report. Or this way also would carry the same information. We have other report. We'll show you another format. So this is the renal Doppler format. The kidney sizes, the ecotexture, and all B mode findings, calculus, hydronephrosis. Then the Doppler indices at both sides separately mentioned: right renal artery, left renal artery, at origin, at hilum, at segmental level, and all velocities. So whatever you get from the machine, from the spectrum, you have to mention in the report, and at the end we can say that renal arteries in visualized parts and internals are on, show the normal waveform.
how to comment on corticomedullary differentiation if there is hydronephrosis going into the pyramids?
It's quite easy, as we have seen here. Patient doesn't have hydronephrosis. Even if there is hydronephrosis, it will be between the pyramids, and still we can see the differentiation between the cortex and the medulla.
If renal artery shows much aliasing, how to assess for segmental stenosis by aliasing?
I didn't get this question. Renal artery, for example, as we have seen in the lecture, if at origin or at hilum it shows aliasing, first thing you would do, you increase the PRF. And even after increasing PRF, there is aliasing, then you put the spectral Doppler. Just before that, as we have seen many times, you set everything and then put the spectral Doppler. And if the velocities are raised, then you report it as a increased velocities suggestive of stenosis. Same thing you can do for renal artery at hilum or at the segmental arteries. आ जाओ सब लोग, और कितने हैं उधर कोई? So if there are no more questions, with this we come to the end of today's session, and this is our team of students. Bipin, you can show them. They have worked hard for this workshop. As usual, they are always, as I said in the morning, they are always enthusiastic and they take up the responsibilities in shared pattern, and they do wonders for all of you who are listening to this workshop. So we will come up with some other theme in coming months in this series of workshops. I think till the pandemic is over, this is the best type of workshop for all of us. So with this we sign off from NKP Sims. I thank WatchWiz Technologies, who are always on their toes since yesterday, we are adjusting everything and giving this beautiful equipment that is very useful for such time of workshops. Thank you all. Thank you. Bye.